Hey guys, how is everyone? Today to begin, we're going to make a cute elephant that you can use for your party decorations. You can use this as a decoration for a baby shower or for party themes like Noah's Ark or other animal party themes. You could also use it in a gender reveal party and you can make one of these elephants in the color of your choice. So, without delay, let's begin. And to begin, I printed out my template, first the smaller template to use as a guide, and then the larger template to assemble so that it's nice and big, more or less 1 meter. I used a 5mm depron XPS sheet. This sheet is 1 meter and 20 by 1 meter 40. So it's bigger than we need, but to make the whole elephant, we're going to use 2 sheets because we also have the side parts to make, for which we will need 15cm strips. But you can also cut out smaller strips, no problem. So after I've gone around the template on my boards, I cut it out using a sharp utility knife so that the board isn't left with rough edges. So just pay attention to your board to make sure that there are no rough edges whilst cutting out your template. After I've cut out the whole elephant silhouette, it's time to do the side sections. And your side sections will be the 15cm strips I mentioned, also made of the same material. If you want to save some money for these sections, you can use a thinner board. And if you want your elephant to be even more charming, you can make these on a felt sheet and paint it as well. You can do this on either felt or on a depron XPS sheet. After you've cut out all of your strips, in order to make your strips more rounded, you need to make some light cuts across your strip diagonally. And make sure as you make these light cuts that you don't cut all the way through your board, just on one side of the board, in order that the other side is still connected, so that your board is more rounded and is more flexible. And in this way you can assemble your side sections in the curved parts of your elephant. After you've completed this section of rounding the parts, it's important for you to know that if you make cuts on one side of your strips, it will be rounded on the opposite side of the strip, where you didn't make cuts. So if you're creating an S shape, for example, which is curved on both sides, you need to know that you will make cuts on one side in order to curve the other, and then cut on the opposite side to curve the other way. I think you guys get it. A little confusing, but you get it. And now I want to know from you guys, where are you watching from? Write us a comment, let me know, because I'd be really interested to know. And coming back to our elephant, it's very important for you to know that you can acquire this template on my blog at www.boobaballon.com.br. So now that you've done all the cutouts, including cutting your strips to the size mentioned, we're going to go ahead and do this part at the bottom of the elephant. And you can leave it straight if you like, or you can follow the template, whichever you prefer, no problem whatsoever. You can choose the way that you would like to do this part. So in order to stick on this side section onto the board, you just need to use a glue gun, and to help you in this process, you can use some masking tape to secure the part in place whilst the glue dries. That way you don't need to hold it in place until the glue cools. So you're also going to use some masking tape for this part. And what I did is I took the measurements in the moment and went around gluing and cutting according to the template. You can also use a thicker paper to make the side sections, but the bottom part where his feet are, which is the base section that will go on the floor, I would advise you to use felt or Dipplon XPS, that is 5mm, because it's where the base will be and needs to be nice and firm to be planted on the ground. After assembling the lateral parts, I marked the sections inside the template cut the board and glued on these intersections. I cut the board to the correct measurements on the part for the ears as well as the part for the feet. After this, I raised the elephant up onto its feet, turned him around, and I went ahead and put another piece of our board behind him just to give him some added support. The board was the same length of 15 centimeters just to help our elephant stand firmly upright. You don't need to do this part, but I wanted mine to be more secure, but it is optional. After adding this part on the back of the elephant, I turned it back to face me and I did the gluing on the inside section, on his feet and on the part of the ear, which makes his ear look really cute, doesn't it? After this, you just need to glue on some 5-inch balloons. You can blow them up to whatever size you would like. You can fill it with a load of little balloons, or you can put some 5-inch ones. Whatever size and color you would like to use. So go ahead and fill up your elephant with your balloons. Then once it's nice and full, you can use your glue gun on a low temperature. So 15 watts is recommended, but you could also use Scotch tape instead of hot glue, no problem. After you've glued on all of your balloons, you can cut out a little eye shape on black EVA foam sheet. EVA material looks the nicest for this, so cut it out and glue it onto a balloon. You can also add on some little bows near the ear or like a little bow tie, and it gives some added cute detail. You can also find a template for this option and it looks so cute. It comes in white and you can paint it any color to match your party's color scheme. So cute. Okay guys, I'm going to stick around here. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Don't forget to share the video on social media. It really helps the channel out. Lots of love to you all.